You're listening to the PWYouthcast.
Now you're good.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Emily and I go to Park Hill.
And I'm Bella and I also go to Park Hill.
Happy Thanksgiving! We're going to be starting off our podcast today with a little craft. And we're going to be making turkey hand headbands. So first off, what you're going to want to do is to have 2 slits of paper, and then you're going to put them together like this and then just staple them.
But only on one side.
And then you're going to take it and put it behind your head, and this is going to be an easy way to measure how big your head is. You take it off and then boom, staple, and there you have your headband part.
So it should look like this, and then you'll cut out your hand and some leaf shapes
That you're going to be stapling onto your headband. So as we start to color our leaves and our hand, we are going to be debating some Thanksgiving topics. So first we have, are you a turkey or a ham person?
I definitely like ham more because it has like a better texture, if that makes sense. Because like, I don't know, turkey is so chewy.
I agree. I am definitely a ham person over turkey. I think that turkey can just sometimes be dry, and I don't know, that may be the cooking fault, as not the turkey's fault, but I am definitely a ham person.
Do you like apple or pumpkin pie better?
I like pumpkin pie better for Thanksgiving because I think that it just overall is more of a Thanksgiving food.
I like apple pie better because my family makes ice cream, like homemade, and so we'll put that on top of the apple pie.
I think you put ice cream on apple pie and whipped cream on pumpkin pie.
Definitely. I think that if you do it, well, I guess you could put whipped cream on apple pie, but ice cream would be weird on pumpkin pie.
I agree. I think it would be a little bit interesting. It'd be an interesting duo.
Yeah, it's definitely up to the person.
So, do you have Thanksgiving at your house, or do you usually like go to your uncle's or your grandparents' house?
We have always had it at my grandparents' house because my cousins live far away, and so that's like a good general place that we can like meet up in the middle.
So it depends kind of what my parents and my uncle and aunt decide. So the past couple of years we've had it at my house. So like all my aunts and uncles and cousins have come over to my house. But I think this year we're gonna go over to my uncle's house instead. So it kind of depends on the year. I'm not like a big set person on, we always go to this person's house for this holiday.
Yeah. Do you like stuffing or mashed potatoes better?
I like mashed potatoes definitely better than stuffing. I've never really liked stuffing, and so I'm gonna have to go with mashed potatoes for this one.
Stuffing is just like, I don't know, something about it. It tastes like you're eating like one of your stuffed animals. Like it literally is like stuffing. And I don't like that.
I don't remember the last time I had stuffing, so I cannot say if I agree with that.
It's just like a really weird texture. And so I don't like it very much.
Well, that's okay. So now that we're talking on the subject of potatoes, are you more of a sweet potato person or a like regular potato type of person?
I'm definitely more regular because sweet potatoes, they're like sweet, obviously, that's in the name. Wow. And so, I don't know, I just don't like it very much.
Sweet potato and we're not very good friends. Every time sweet potatoes are made, I will make an effort to eat them, but if it is between sweet potatoes and regular, I will always eat the regular potatoes.
It's just like, you're biting into it and you're expecting it to be not sweet, and then it is, even though it's like in the name.
And it's orange.
Yeah, that's a really weird color.
That's kind of weird. It's kind of sketchy.
Yeah.
So do you, when you're eating, do you use like china, like fancy plates and silverware, or are you more of a paper plate, or like plastic silverware type of person.
Okay, so for dessert, we use paper plates because my grandma likes when the plates match the napkins that she buys every year. So, but then for like our regular food, she has her like regular china that we always use.
Okay, so I wouldn't say we have fancy plates, but they're not plastic either. So they're kind of like in the middle, but they are glass, which we use.
Yeah.
So yeah, we don't really use either of them, but definitely more China people.
Yeah. Do you like the regular mac and cheese or like the one with like the breadcrumbs on top or whatever it is? Like the crunchy mac and cheese?
Definitely the crunchy with the breaded part on top
no.
of it. It definitely hits harder.
No, I don't like crunchy mac and cheese.
But they taste the same once you bite into them.
Yeah, that's
It's just
like
that-
I'll eat it. It's just I don't know.
It's just that initial.
Yes, you like don't expect it to be crunchy. It's like when you're eating chicken or something and there's like a really fatty piece in it all of a sudden.
Yes, that's like the worst though.
Yes. So I don't know. Do you drink lemonade or like tea?
I am a lemonade person because I do not like tea. I know that's really weird, but tea, I just don't like the taste of tea. I don't like sweet tea or unsweet tea. So lemonade is definitely better for me.
I drink sweet tea, but I don't like when it's like super sweet. Because when I go to Ohio, they like you ask for sweet tea and it is like you're
Very
drinking.
sweet.
It's so sweet, and so I don't know. It depends on where I am whether or not I like sweet tea or unsweet tea more.
And then when you're sitting and you're ready to eat, is it assigned or do you just sit wherever? It doesn't matter.
It is definitely assigned in our house because there's so many of us that like.
Yeah, you kind of have your spot.
Yes, and we've been like all eating at the same place every year, so like eventually everyone just goes to the same spot.
So at my house, it's kind of like, it's not assigned, but it's kind of secretly assigned because we usually ask everyone what they want to drink, and then me and my siblings are the ones that put the drinks on the table. So it's like kind of assigned, but kind of not. But it's basically free seating, we'll say. So it's in between again.
Yeah.
And then I have finished my hand. And this is what it looks like. Nothing fancy. It can be whatever you like. And then the leaves we have, it looks like a leaf. Or you can color it all the way in. You can scribble it however you want your leaves to look like.
I haven't finished mine. I'm pretty slow. I'm taking my time.
No, she wants hers to look nice, and that's okay. So another debate topic we have is, do you do Christmas before Thanksgiving or after Thanksgiving? Personally, I do it usually after Thanksgiving. Again, this year being a little bit different, we did it before Thanksgiving because I'm pretty sure we're going to my uncle's house for Thanksgiving because when everyone comes over, we don't want it to just be Christmas when we're celebrating Thanksgiving. So, yeah.
I put my Christmas decorations up way before Thanksgiving because I very much like Christmas. And at Christmas, you're celebrating Jesus' birthday, and I think you should be allowed to celebrate his birthday all year. So
That is true.
I put my Christmas tree up very early.
Yeah, so it kind of just depends on what we're celebrating. For me,
Yeah.
looks like Bella is finishing up.
I finished my turkey.
Here are our hands.
I still have leaves to color because
well, while she's doing that then, I will start showing you how to make your hand. So it's pretty self-explanatory, but you're gonna just take your hand and put it just right on your headband and take your stapler and just staple it on.
And then for how many leaves you have, it doesn't really like matter. It's
Yeah.
personal preference.
It's your preference.
But
Whatever.
So I have less leaves than Emily does, I
Yeah.
think.
So it's honestly just whatever leaves you want, and you can staple them together and then on. So I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna just put 2 leaves together, staple them together, and then put it on. like this. So I'll just do that first.
Is this in the middle?
Well, once you put it on your head, it will be in the middle.
True. This is it's an open-ended project.
It is. It's just however you want it to look, you do that.
We set out Thanksgiving colors, but you can make it.
You can make it rainbow if you want to.
But I will say, I've never seen a rainbow turkey, so.
But maybe they're out there.
I mean, probably. I think that Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays.
I agree, and it's not just because of the food, which it's obviously, it's pretty great, but you also get to wake up and you do the Macy's Day Parade. So do you usually watch the Macy's Day Parade?
We used to. We don't really anymore because I don't know why. Eventually, after my brother was born, we stopped because when me and my cousins were younger, my brother's the youngest out of all of the cousins. And so when me and all my cousins were younger, we would all stay the night at my grandma's house before holidays, so like before Christmas or before Thanksgiving. And we would wake up and like watch the Macy's Day Parade and basically just hang out all day. But after my brother was born, we kind of stopped doing that because there's a lot of us. We ran out of room, so.
Well, my cousins are a lot older than me. So, like, the cousin that's closest in age with me is a senior this year. So, we weren't ever super close. But what my family did is we would wake up and then we would all watch the Macy's Day Parade in our pajamas and drink hot chocolate. And that's we've just done that every year since I was little. Because, I mean, why not? And I usually put some fun stuff in my hot chocolate. I put, like, marshmallows, if we have them, and, like, Hershey's syrup in it. I don't, whatever I can find, some whipped cream.
I have an extra leaf.
Me too. So that's what I usually do. So Bella has finished her hat.
It's finished. It's beautiful. I will be wearing it on Thanksgiving for sure.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I'm stapling my little pears on right now. But, yeah.
So, on Thanksgiving,
yes,
we have like, everybody brings a different part of the meal. Does your family do that?
Yes, we are definitely when we host it at our house, we have most of the food there, but our, like, grandparents and aunts and uncles, they usually do bring like one side, so it's usually like whoever's house we're at is responsible for cooking most of the food, and then everyone else just brings one or two side dishes or desserts.
Yes, my family brings the dessert. Like my mom and dad and all of us, we all make pies and bundt cake.
Bundt cakes.
Yes,
that sounds good.
It is.
We usually make the green bean casserole and some desserts. We have different desserts, but I can't really think of any of them right now. So my hat is complete. I think Bella's looks better than mine, but it's okay.
I took my time.
We have our hats, and I think they're really good.
I like them. It was cheap, so affordable.
Yes, because not to expose ourselves or anything, but we did dollar store.
We did.
The paper and the markers. The stapler has come from Target, but that's okay.
And then it was easy because with the two of us, anything with paint or glue or anything sticky doesn't work.
It's a no-go.
Does not work out well for us.
But
so I rate this craft a 10 out of 10. Would do again.
I agree. It's a 10 out of 10 because it's simple. All you have to do is cut out your things, staple them together, and color them. That's it. I think this is a great activity for you and your friends to do to celebrate Thanksgiving.
And if you wanted another way to celebrate Thanksgiving and everything that you're thankful for, instead of coloring in the leaves, you can write things that you're thankful for.
Yes.
Or write what you're thankful for on the hands, on like the fingers. So it's an open craft.
It is up to you, but personally we made the leaves. Speaking of, what are you thankful for this year, Bella?
I have a lot to be thankful for. I think that right now it's really important to like know what you're thankful for and be thankful for what you have instead of being upset about what you don't have.
Yes.
Because obviously this year has been a mess for everybody. So I'm really thankful that me and my family have gotten a lot closer since quarantine started, like everybody being stuck in the house.
Yes.
I'm thankful for my pets because I love my pets. We just got 2 new cats, so
I know they were a dog family, but
we were a dog family.
now they are a combo.
We've got both. We've got 2 of each, so that was interesting. I'm really thankful that that no one has gotten sick yet. I was exposed, I thought, but I'm good now. That was a little bit ago, so
Yes.
I'm thankful that everyone's safe and doing well.
No, I agree. I'm thankful for my family and that we've all been safe this year. My mom did get COVID, but that was in March, so I'm thankful that her case that she got she didn't need to be hospitalized or anything, so I'm glad that she is okay. I'm thankful for my friends that I have made during the school year and old friends, even though I didn't get to see very many of them over summer. And again, I'm thankful for my pets, which I have 2 cats, and they're pretty cool. And I'm also thankful for the volleyball season that we did not get shut down, so that is good.
Yes. School sports were so important to me this year.
Yeah.
Like cross country, there was a minute there we thought that someone on the team was like that had it.
Yeah.
And that was the scariest week because we were waiting for their test results and they were like, we still had practice, but we were not allowed anywhere near each other. We were spread out across the football field. Football didn't have practice that day, thankfully.
Yeah.
And the girl came back and she delivered the test results on a doctor's note, and she was like, I'm negative, so it's all good. So
it's kind of scary.
Yeah.
I'm just thankful that I'm healthy and my family is healthy and that we all are all safe, and we'll see what comes the rest of the year, but as of right now, we're good.
Yeah, school was just shut down today. And my brother's elementary school, Hopewell and Chin, both got shut down for the rest of the week, and then the whole district isn't going back after Thanksgiving because I think that they're kind of anticipating that
it's gonna get worse.
Yeah.
But we can hope that it's not.
Yeah.
I have a scripture for you guys. Here it is, 1 Chronicles 16:34. It says, "Gives thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever." So personally, I took this as we should be thankful for God's love, because although we are in a pandemic and times are tough, we know that we can always go to the Lord and God for if we have any problems, and that he will always be there for us even though we are in tough times right now.
I think that right now it's really hard to look at our situation, everyone's situation, and
as
say,
a positive.
Yes, and say thank you God for today. Because when the quarantine first started, lockdown first started, I was not doing well. School was really bad for me. Online school was not going well.
Stressful.
Yes, it was so stressful for everyone, and it was so hard to talk to God and say I appreciate you keeping me safe, because you don't look at the positives, you look at the
I think
negatives.
We're prone to look at the negatives and say, oh my gosh, I wish I had this, I wish I had this, instead of looking at it oh, I'm glad that I have this and I'm glad that I'm safe in all this.
Yeah, so I think that it's a really good time to get close to God right now.
Anywho, I hope that you guys all have a great Thanksgiving, and if you have a topic that you'd like to be talked about, please submit it to the PW Youth Instagram.
Happy Thanksgiving!